JBNN will keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones. Before we get into the news, please remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and share the news with someone today. Now onto the news. Man hospitalized after early morning shooting in Otus. Police in Sentinel are probing a shooting incident that left a man injured in Otus early Saturday morning. Reports indicate that around 3:30 a.m., the 24-year-old, who is from Savlamar, Westmoreland, was at Turtle River Park when he was shot. He was rushed to hospital where he remains admitted. Investigators say the motive for the attack is still unclear, and detectives from the Otus Criminal Investigation Branch are leading the probe. Vendor shot dead in Otus Market. A vendor was gunned down at his stall in the Otus Market in Senton on Saturday night. The deceased has been identified as 23-year-old Alex Hilton of Miami Bay in the parish. According to reports, about 8 o'clock, Hilton was selling at his stall in the market when he was pounced upon and shot. He was assisted to hospital where he was pronounced dead. The police have not yet established a motive for the deadly attack. Detectives assigned to the Otus Criminal Investigation Branch are probing the matter. Body of man with gunshot wound found near canal in Spanish Town. The body of a man with what appeared to be a gunshot wound to the head was found this morning in bushes near a canal in Spanish Town, St. Catherine. According to reports, around 9 o'clock, passers-by stumbled upon the body near the canal located between Job's Inn and Winter's Pen along the Spanish Town bypass. The police were summoned to the scene. The body was clad in black jeans, black sneakers, and a white t-shirt. The deceased is approximately 5 feet 7 inches tall and appears to be in his mid-20s. The scene was processed and the body was removed. The Spanish Town Criminal Investigation Branch is probing the matter. St. James man in custody after gun seizure. One man has been arrested following an early morning gun seizure on Barnett Street, St. James, on Saturday. According to the St. James police, about 3:45 a.m., lawmen were patrolling the area when they saw a group of men who ran upon seeing them. The men were pursued. When the cops allegedly observed one of the men throwing an item to the ground, the man was apprehended, the item retrieved, and further checks revealed that it was a gun that was wrapped in a scarf. A FMK 9mm pistol with a magazine containing 10 9mm rounds of ammunition. The man was taken into custody. However, his identity has been withheld pending further investigation. OB charged in Hanover bar robbery. A 25-year-old Hanover man has been charged in connection with the armed robbery of bar patrons in Esher District on Wednesday, July 30. Terrence Lee, otherwise called OB, a laborer from Williams Hill District, is facing charges of robbery with aggravation and the possession of a prohibited weapon. According to the Lucy police, around 7:45 p.m., Lee and 2 other armed men allegedly entered a business establishment demanding money. The men reportedly robbed patrons of cash, alcoholic beverages, and a cell phone valued at a total of $55,000 before escaping on foot. A report was made to the police and Lee was later arrested. He was charged following a question and answer session in the presence of his attorney. His court date is being finalized. Cabby charge in connection with alleged car theft in Portmore. A 35-year-old taxi operator from St. Andrew has been charged in connection with an alleged Portmore car theft. Charged with larceny of motor vehicle, malicious destruction of property, and conspiracy with person unknown is Akeem Beach, otherwise called Wani, of Burnside Hill District, Red Hills, St. Andrew. Reports from the Portmore police are that about 1:42 p.m. Wednesday, July 23, a woman parked her Nissan Wing Road motor car and went to work. When she later returned to check on her vehicle, she discovered it was missing. The incident was reported to the police and an investigation was launched. CCTV footage reportedly captured the accused, along with another man, entering the parking lot and leaving with the car. Beach was apprehended during a police operation on Friday, July 25. He was subsequently charged with the offenses after he was interviewed in the presence of his attorney. His court date is being finalized. Marketing consultant charged in $8.9 million fraudulent conversion case. A 59-year-old marketing consultant has been charged in an $8.9 million fraud case. Michelle Boyle of Fairway Avenue, Kingston 5, has been charged with fraudulent conversion following a series of incidents between January and May 2024. Reports are that a man reportedly paid Boyle $8.9 million as part of a deposit for an apartment in Kingston. After the transaction, the man allegedly made several attempts to contact Boyle but was unsuccessful. The matter was then reported to the police and an investigation was launched. On Wednesday, July 23, Lawmen made a breakthrough in their investigation as Boyle was arrested. She was subsequently charged on Saturday, August 2, after an interview was conducted in the presence of her attorney. She is scheduled to appear at the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court on Friday, August 8. JUTC reports more than $1 billion in fuel cost savings. The Jamaica Urban Transit Company, JUTC, estimated saved more than $1 billion in fuel costs in the current financial year. The disclosure was made by the company's managing director, Owen Ellington.
The JUTC has been in the news very frequently in the past for not so good reasons, but in recent times we are pleased to say that the JUTC is actually moving on in a direction of improved performance and aiming for excellence. It is estimated that during the current financial year, ending March 31 next year, the company would have saved some $1.3 billion on its projected fuel bill.
Ellington says the JUTC is also looking at hybrid buses to further lower the company's spending bill on fuel.
We have also been testing in the fleet a hybrid bus type. We'll refer to it as an extended range bus. And this is a bus which is battery powered but is built with an onboard generator. And when the fuel tank that supports that generator is filled, 400 liters, that bus has the potential for traveling up to 1,900 kilometers before it requires refueling. That bus has been tested in the fleet for several months, and in terms of its performance, efficiency, reliability, and economic cost of operation, seems a very useful prospect for fleet expansion into the future.
Meanwhile, Ellington says the JUTC is not seeking to compete with the services of public passenger vehicle (PPV) operators.
I want to stress here, because concerns have been raised, that the JUTC, by expanding its services out in rural parishes, is competing unfairly with privately owned public passenger operators. This is not correct. It's not entirely accurate. In fact, what the JUTC is doing, rather than competing in an existing market space, we are expanding market. We are finding new individuals to travel who would not be traveling regularly previously because of the lack of a safe, reliable, comfortable, predictable, and affordable transportation mode.
He was speaking at a media briefing held by the Ministry of Transport on Thursday. 3 men charged with fraud for allegedly tricking man selling car. The Spanish Town Police in St. Catherine on Saturday charged 3 men with fraud following allegations of a bait-and-switch scheme involving money used to buy a car, charged with a larceny by trick, conspiracy to defraud, and obtaining money by means of false pretense are 21-year-old Fitzgerald King of Bodles, St. Catherine, Raheem King, a 28-year-old businessman of Avondale, St. Andrew, and a 53-year-old farmer, Gavion Douglas of Caribbean Estate in St. Catherine. The police report that on Wednesday, July 23, the complainant was in the process of selling a motor car and was negotiating with a prospective female buyer. The woman reportedly introduced Fitzgerald King as her son, stating that he would complete the transaction. It is alleged that Fitzgerald met with the complainant and presented $750,000 as payment for the vehicle. The money was checked. Fitzgerald then allegedly handed the complainant what appeared to be $5,000 and reclaimed the $750,000. He later told the complainant he no longer wished to go through with the purchase and collected back the $5,000. Subsequently, Fitzgerald reportedly returned to renegotiate and handed the complainant another package of what appeared to be US currency, seemingly the same $5,000 as before. The complainant accepted the package, and Fitzgerald left in the company of 2 other men. Upon inspection, the complainant discovered the package only contained $149. The police were contacted, and the vehicle carrying the 3 men was intercepted. The money was seized, and all 3 were taken into custody. They were questioned in the presence of their legal representative and subsequently charged on Saturday, August 2. A court date is to be set. JBNN will keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.